All right, guys, I'm going to dive right in. Hello, happy Sunday. I'm Christina Tammy. I'm one of your 12K leaders, and I am going to plan the week with you. So, how this looks is we're going to kind of go over a couple of things. We're going to go over our goals for the week. I'm just going to kind of like let y'all know how this goes down in case you're new. We're going to go over our goals for the week. We're going to plan our content in the sense of reels and posts and stories. And keep in mind, you guys, I'm going to go over a basic and generic thing. So you can change it up. You can pick whatever you want to use or talk about, but I'm going to tell you kind of what I'm doing, following a lot of what Lindsay has in the Limitless chat and then or in the group page and so on. So we're going to go over our posts. We're going to go over reels. We're going to go over stories. We're going to go over the work with me's. We're going to go over the Zooms that we have. And we're just going to get our week planned. We're going to also go over if you need to get content done, if you need to get, pictures, you need to batch content, anything like that. So let's dive in. Okay. Your personal life should be in your planner. The reason why I say that is when push comes to shove, right? We're doing this for our personal life. If your child or your spouse, or you have to go out to dinner for a birthday party with your family, but yet you put that you were going to do your work with me at that same time, I guarantee you're going out to dinner to celebrate the birthday with the family, right? So you're not going to get that work with me done. But if you were planning on working your business at that time, at that hour, and then now you're scrambled, right? So that is why it is so important to really get your personal life in, but it's also really important to make your work with me your own time too. Okay. You guys should all have a set time that you do your IPAs. The reason why I say this is routines are important, you guys. And the reason why is because it'll just make you feel more empowered in your business. It will make you feel more organized within your business. The days I don't do my IPAs first thing in the morning, like I do every other day, I'm scrambled. I feel something is off. I don't feel as good going, even when I'm on social media, I'm still doing a focused IPA that whole time. But if I haven't gotten my full IPAs done, I just feel like something is missing for my business. Okay. It's also a confidence booster. When I get done rocking out a round of IPAs by myself or on the 10 a.m. work with me, normally I do it first thing in the morning. So once I get done rocking out, a full list of IPAs, I feel like, let's go. Like, I feel like I'm ready. I'm flowing with my business. I feel good. I have already boosted my confidence. So guess what? I show up in my stories more confident. If I'm creating content later that day, I'm showing up more confident because I am already starting off my morning with wins for my business. So I really suggest doing your IPAs first thing, if you can, waking up early, getting them done. And then the rest of the day is your focused IPA. You will never feel strapped to your phone. You will never feel like you're running around like, oh my gosh, what's next? And you will find your business growing with you. Okay. So first of all, what are your goals this week? Okay. We talked at the beginning of the month and we set monthly goals. Okay. So all of you guys should have monthly goals. I have monthly goals. If you don't have monthly goals, you can go back and watch that planning Zoom because I talk about monthly goals and so on. So I break it up every single week. So how many samples, we'll throw in pens. How many samples do I want to get out? How many customers what do I want to get on the products? How many promoters do I want to start their business? For me, every 14 days is a new 14 days. Y'all heard that, right? Lindsay always preaches that. Every 14 days is a new 14 days. So I take every 7 days, right, as part of that 14. So every 14 days, I strive to try to get a VIP 1600. So every single week, I try to go VIP 800. So I try to get 2 customers on the product, 2 promoters on the packs, and I try to get 800 in volume. At the end of the, and that's minimal, right? So if you are a mass enroller, obviously you're going to want to up those things, right? But if you're not, that's very like reachable, 2 and 2. Okay. It's not too scary, but it also pushes you out of your comfort zone. So if you haven't been enrolling in a while, right? Maybe you were a mass enroller and now you feel like, oh gosh, I haven't enrolled in a while. 2 and 2. 2 promoters on pack, 2 customers, try to hit that 800. At the end of the month, think of it, you guys, you have literally enrolled by yourself $3,200. If you just do bare minimum, you're already going 4K basically by yourself. Plus then all those promoters that you have signed along the way, you're teaching them to do the same thing. So your volume is going to grow. So like Lindsay said, and has said before, as a leader or even as yourself, you should want to enroll at least 4K a month, right? So break it down every 7 days. So for me personally, that's what my goal is for this week. So go ahead and write down your goal, give that a minute, and we're going to dive in. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. I know I can talk very fast. I can get my hands going. So if you are new and you're like, wait, what? Drop it in the chat. Or even if you've been here a while and you're like, hey, I need some help. I feel like X, Y, and Z. Let me know. Y'all, being disciplined to your planner is huge. You want an accountability partner? It's right here. You want to know where your business is going? It's right here. You want to know why your business isn't where it is? It's right here. Track everything. Y'all, I track everything. So this week, there were things that I had on my like high expectations that I didn't hit. Some things happened, right? Life happens. My non-negotiables are always done, but I tracked that. So when I look back in a few weeks or in 90 days or 60 days, when I go to see where my business is and those paychecks that I'm getting, I am able to look back and say, okay, cool, we did this. It's working great. So in 60 to 90 days, when I'm loving my paychecks, I'm going to be like, all right, cool. We did this, that, and X, Y, and Z. And I'm just going to keep stepping and building off of that because I'm in the right direction. Maybe in 60 to 90 days, I'm like, what? Then I'm going to get with my enroller and I'm going to say, listen, I've been tracking everything. Can I go over everything I've been doing with you? Is there somewhere I need to pivot? Can you help me? Maybe I need more lives. Maybe I need more reels, whatever X, Y, and Z is for your business. Everybody is different. I need help being left on red and don't have enough people asking about the products. Okay. So being left on red, that's okay. You guys, I don't know if you guys read from Paul. He said, it put it in the back office, that most people join you on the 8th to 12th reach out, right? On the 8th to 12th reach out. So a lot of times people don't go that far. Did you know, I think he said like 80%, it was a high number. Don't quote me. Don't even follow up after the first time of somebody asking you about the products and then them ghosting you. What? Y'all, your business is in the follow-up. Get over yourself. I had to do that because I used to be like so embarrassed to keep following up. And I was always like, oh my gosh, I'm that person. And then I was like, no, this is for you, honey. I am following up because you're about to feel bomb. I know you need these products. So I got over myself. I humbled myself. It's not about me. But if I'm being left on red, then guess what? I'm going to just go back to building that relationship a little bit. So what does that mean? 3, 2, 1ing your potentials. Talking to them about their regular life, letting them know, hey, I'm not just here for the product. I'm here because I actually am your friend too. And I want to help you. So I would say if I'm left on red like 5 or 6 times, I may be bold and also say like, hey girl, listen, I don't want to keep bothering you. If you're not interested in the products, it's totally fine. So just let me know. I just love when deals come on. I would love to get you on these products because I know we talked to you on weight loss and I'm so excited for you. But if not, like totally cool. Just let me know. I don't want to be that girl in your DMs. I'm going to be real. And then they might come back and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. They talked about this on the GOAT training. Maybe they're going to come back and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Every time I read your message, X, Y, and Z happens. Or maybe they're leaving you on red, but you're still there, but they don't have the money. Maybe they just can't afford it right now. And they're too embarrassed to say that. A lot of people are embarrassed to say they financially can't afford something, right? So I would just either, you can, if it's like a lot of follow-ups that you have, whatever, and they are not, then I would just say something like that, or just go back to building that relationship with them. And then you can always pop in and just say like, hey, I haven't touched base with you for a while about the products, whatever. But if you're in conversation about other things too, they might say to you like, hey girl, I'm so sorry. Like, I really do want your products, just now is not a good time, or whatever the case may be. Getting people to ask you about the products, that is you, right? That is you showing up. Are you going face to face in your stories? Are you doing 3-2-1s? Are you growing your networks? Are you sticking to your IPAs? Are you showing up every single day? Right? I'm going to get a little bold with you guys. I'm not like the Lynn's Love red type person, right? I'm channeling my red. I'm very like yellow, like cheerleader, like I green. Obviously, I'm the one playing it with y'all, like that sort of thing. But I'm channeling and stepping into my red. So are you showing up? Right? That's going to be the biggest thing. Are you doing reels? And are you being loud and proud and bold about what the products are doing for you? Right? I had this conversation with one of my babes, probably like a week ago. And I was like, girl, you got to piece all the puzzle together. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have people that watch your stories that don't watch your feed. You have people that watch your reels that don't watch anything else. So if you are just in one area of your business talking about the products and the business, but not the others, you are missing out. You need to make sure that everything ties together. You're in your stories talking about it, you're in your reels talking about it, and you're in your newsfeed talking about it. So I hope that helps a little bit. I don't know. I would also get with your upline too and say like, hey, how can I X, Y, and Z? I like X, Y, and Z today. That's my new line. I should call the Zoom X, Y, and Z. We're planning X, Y, and Z. All right, y'all. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the work with me's first. I'm going to tell you always the Zooms as well. All of the work with me's are going to be on this Zoom that you guys just came on. The Monday Zoom is going to also be on this Zoom. The only two that change are going to be Wednesday night and Thursday night. Those two change. And all Zooms can be found in your page, team page. So ours, Limitless or Hustling. I don't know if anybody else has any other ones under the announcements. I want you guys to get very, very good about your team page and going to the announcements. I hang out in my announcements on the team page all the time. Why? Because there's new promos being added. There's always different things being added. Our leaders are so giving, you guys. There's always something that you could be in on, right? Whether it's retreats, whether it's earning different free products, whether it's cash. I know that they've paid mortgages before. They've done so many things. So make sure to check the announcements, especially the beginning of the month, and that's where you will find it. So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, our Zooms for Work With Me's are 10 a.m. I'll give you all a minute to write that down. So if you don't plan on going to those Zooms, don't write them down in your calendar, y'all. Your calendar is where you're holding yourself accountable. So if you write it down, get yourself on that Zoom, right? Hold yourself accountable. Okay, so we have now on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have 8 p.m. Work With Me's. So there's one in the mornings during the week, and there's one at night. This is where I say having your own Work With Me time is huge, right? So maybe yours is 10 a.m. Maybe yours is I do X, Y, and Z in the morning, and then I go into my work, my own IPAs. Maybe it's packing the kids' lunch, getting them on the bus, then I'm going to do a round of IPAs, right? I don't know what your schedule looks like, but set a time and hold yourself accountable. Routines are huge, you guys. All right. I know that there may be Saturday, Sundays, obviously Sundays, 11:30 a.m. Hi, hello, you're here. We plan. Okay. So Saturdays, there might be a Work With Me, but don't quote me. I'm going off the Limitless one. So we're just going to roll with that. Okay. Next, we're going to go over the Zooms for the week. And these are ones you guys honestly get on, right? These to me are like my board meetings, I'll call it, right? Like if I was at a 9-to-5 corporate, I would be at these meetings. So on Mondays, it's 9 p.m. with Lynn's. This Monday, this week, y'all better be on it. because her and Casey are going over all of the nuggets from the Orlando training that they just had, the mega training, I think it's called. Brittany Hernandez was there. So I can't even imagine all the beautiful tips, tricks, and nuggets that we are going to get on Monday. So that's 9 p.m. All of this is Eastern Standard Time. I don't work in any other time zones, you guys. So if you know me, I don't know other time zones. I'm Eastern Standard Time. That's how I roll. On Wednesday is M's trainings, and that is on a different Zoom ID. So that's 666-188-9698. And on Thursday, Christina Brill, 9 p.m., 576-789-8888. Ah, yay. Okay. See, you want to be there. She was actually there in person. Oh God, I was so bummed that I couldn't make it down there for that one. I was actually going to, I don't fly, you guys. If I fly, I have to have like I'm like a kid. Somebody has to basically bring me on a flight. I will not fly alone. That's one fear I'm going to face one of these days. And unfortunately we had family events and we couldn't be there. I was so bummed. Okay. So now we have the work with me's. I don't like flying either. Nope. Nope. I know. Linz is like, dude, if you actually flew, you could just, because this is all I do full time. She's like, you could literally be on a plane and down here all the time. I'm like, I know. Don't talk to me about it. One day I'm going to break that fear. But until then, I'm going to bring whoever with me. So we have our Zooms, we have our work with me's, we have our goals for the week, right? So now let's plan. Okay. This is where it gets like the meat and potatoes. I'm going to go over oh my God. You do? Okay. Well, Andrea, okay. We're going to just have to talk because my husband sometimes is like, I can't go to all these things. And I'm like, Mom, Dad, you're retired. Let's go. I'll buy your flight. Come on. So yes, I didn't know that. That's so cool. Okay. Now I'm all excited. I can't think. Planning. Bread and meat and potatoes. Okay. So now we're going to plan for the week. Now, you guys, if you are not doing reels, I want you to take a moment right now and I want you to build up the courage because this week you are planning reels in your calendar. Okay. If you've done one a week, you're upping it this week. If you've done 2 in a week, you're upping it this week. I want you guys to push yourself. Reels are huge. I was just watching an Instagram, what would you call it? Training. I don't know, some like person on YouTube. And she was saying they're rolling out some new things. Okay. I don't have the feature yet, so they roll it out in segments, but there is now going to be a videos button and a reels button and IGTV. It's like, there's going to be some new things. Don't quote me. I'm not like some like guru and all that. But it's going to be some new things. So reels, like she says, targets a lot of new audience. Like these videos, so to speak, are going to be you being able to talk to your audience more. And then IGTVs and so on. So she says they're kind of changing a little bit of the platform and it's rolling out. So reels are important, you guys. So make sure you have reels. I try to get up at least 5 to 7 reels a week. I'm really pushing for a reel every single day. So what are you going to talk about in your post? And what are you going to talk about in your stories? We're going to go over something very generic right now. Okay. And then you guys can kind of tailor it to you. So for stories, let's start with stories and we'll go through stories for the week. And then we'll come back to posting and reels. So for stories on Monday, you could do something like before and afters. On Tuesday, your stories can be about the opportunity. On Wednesday, your stories can be about sample packs. Y'all, if you don't have sample packs, that's okay. You can buy them from the back office. I think it's $72. You can use your credits. They send them out right for you. You have a website. You can send a link to people. They can sign right up. It's beautiful. Sends it to them all cool in a nice little package. It's the way to go. I love it. On Thursday, your stories can be about the opportunity. Because when you're talking samples in your stories, right, you're going to talk about the products, the full 3-step, what they're doing with what they're doing for you. On Friday, your stories can be about the 3 steps. When's the last time you explained the full 3 steps to your audience, right? The reason why you guys should never feel like, oh my God, I'm doing the same thing every day is because you have new eyes on you every single day, right? So never feel like, oh my God, I'm just repeating myself, because you're not, because someone might just start listening. Plus you have new eyes. And then on Saturday, I like to talk about the opportunity on the weekends. The reason being is there's so many people that are living their best weekend life, not really excited to go back on Monday. So I like to really talk about the opportunity. For me personally, the products are why I started this opportunity. I mean, I jumped in as a promoter, but the products are why I'm still here. I love these products. I can't imagine a day without them. Our comp plan, all that is bomb. This opportunity is bomb. It's allowed me to become, full-time with this, but the products, y'all, I am still just as passionate as I was about them on day one as I am 3 years later. That speaks volumes. One book I'm going to tell you guys to read. One book I'm going to tell you all to read is Thriving by Jason Camper, our CEO. Y'all get that book. I'm almost done with it. I had a few days where I wasn't able to read it. And I'm not kidding you, you guys. It is a game changer in this, in the sense of everything. You get to learn about the company, how it was started, why it was started. You get to learn so much of his backstory, which is very inspirational. And you get to see the knowledge. Like, I fell more in love with our company, more rooted than I have ever felt, more like I'm so excited to be louder and prouder by reading that book. So I really suggest reading it. Okay. Yes. Getting your reading done. I love it. Yes. It's called Thriving by Jason Camper, one of our co-CEOs. He had me crying in like chapter 3 too. I mean, I was already like, oh my God. It was that good, you guys. Okay. So now you have stories, right? You have it kind of all planned out. Now let's talk our posting and let's talk some reels. Okay. So for posting, I'm going to go broad with you guys. Last week, I was very like, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about that. I want you guys to really dig in on your 5s list. The reason why is because this needs to be you. You need to be the one speaking to your audience, right? So what I may find that I love about the opportunity or the products might not be what you love. So for you to show up loud, proud, passionate, and with so much purpose, it needs to be based off of your 5s. If you don't know what your 5s are, oh, did I not say Sunday? Oops, sorry. I like to talk about the opportunity on Sunday or the products. I kind of just flow on Sundays. So pick whatever you would like. Sundays for me are, my day to just be like, whatever's going on in my life, I kind of just flow with it on Sundays and just share that part of it. So a lot of times it's the opportunity, but I'm always still sharing the products in my stories. So just because we just spoke on what we're going to talk about doesn't mean I don't say anything else. My stories are always going to have my products up in some way, shape, or form. I'm not your normal thriver. Okay, you guys. So don't follow me on knowing like it's up first thing in the morning, because it's normally I'm not up first thing in the morning, first of all. Second of all, I don't take capsules. So when I'm showing things, I'm showing my wearable nutrition. I don't take capsules because of shellfish allergy, putting that out there. I'm jealous of every box that gets taken. So I put on my wearable nutrition, and I personally drink the shake in the afternoon. So my stories are a little bit different. The reason why I drink my shake in the afternoon was I have MS and I was on a medication, and my medication and my shake, I needed like more. So when I was on my medication, I had to shift my shake to lunchtime. No big deal, right? I still lost weight. I still felt all the good things, all of that. Is it designed first 40 minutes of your day? Absolutely. Makes it the easiest, you guys, but don't be afraid to also adjust with your customers too, if they ever need adjustments, like how mine needed to be adjusted. So I just took my shake from the morning, flapped it, and now I eat it with my lunch. So that's why if you ever watch my stories, mine are a little backwards. So I like to explain that so that people know, like, wait a minute, because I get asked that all the time. Okay, so now we're going to talk about your products and what you're in the opportunity and what we're posting. So on Monday, make your post about either the opportunity or the product based off of your fives. So what I like to do, I'm going to structure this for you guys. My reel will be about the products. My post will be about the opportunity because I post twice. So that is like my day. So I want you to decide if you want to talk about the products or you want to talk about the business. And are you posting a reel? And what is it going to be about? Let me know if this gets confusing at all, you guys, because it's a little bit different from last week. On Tuesday, I post whatever flip-flop from the day before. So my post, my opportunity is going to be a reel. I mean, my reel is going to be an opportunity. And my post is some sort of zinger, which is either about the products or the opportunity. Always based off of my fives and who I am. Wednesday, I like to throw in a personal reel. So that's either me being funny, me with my spouse, me with my dog, something that's me and my fives, right? Something that lets my network get to know me. Yes, I am Thrive. Yes, I am my products. Yes, I am this opportunity. But they also need to know, like, and trust Christina and who she is aside from that, right? So I like to do funny reels. A lot of times it's inspirational reels. Like I like to like really inspire people, or it'll be about God and my faith. So it's about my fives. And then I will post something personal. So it might be something I'm fighting for. It might be part of my dreams. It might be maybe a goal I have. I try to keep something personal just to let my network know, like, hey, hi, I'm human. On Thursday, my reel is about the opportunity and my post is about the product. So decide if you're going to do, like I said, this is pretty much a reel every single day. So you can kind of decide how you want to go from it and flow with it. Friday, my product is, I do a reel about the product. And I put some sort of zinger in there too. Now keep in mind, my zingers are like paragraphs, sometimes novels. So I'm working on the zinger department and really getting that bold 1-2 liner out there. But that's what I tried for. Saturday, I do a personal reel. And it's going to be a post about the opportunity. And on Sunday, I have the reel will be about the product. And I'll have some sort of personal post. Are we allowed to do the truth and dares like a game? I don't understand that, Ashley. If you want to, maybe I'm.
Can I unmute myself for a minute?
Yeah. What's up?
Okay. My trainer Shelby, she did like a game on like, I don't know if it was her stories or what, but it's like truth or dare. If you like, I don't know, it's like 3 questions if it's true about you or false. I don't know how the game really goes, but I thought it was kind of cool how she did it. I guess it's like either pick one, which one is true about me. I don't know. But
Oh, 3 truth, 1 lie.
yeah, something like that. Are we
Yeah.
allowed to do them as newbies?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
let your network get
Okay.
to know you. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, you did that on a caption. I love that. Great that's awesome, Hasty. Hasty's like queen over here, y'all. Follow her if you need ideas. Yes. She's good. We're working on the confidence part of that. She knows she spits fire on Thursdays. So she's a lot of times the face you'll see on Thursdays too with Christina. Yes, do that. Get that engagement, you guys. Get people to know you. My birthday month, I started like 34 facts about me before I turned 35. And I was just spitting out different random things. And I was getting messages like, oh my God, I didn't know that about you. Like one of them was like, I'm obsessed with Lay's potato chips. I get that I'm in health and wellness. I love Lay's potato chips in moderation. But, like I put that out there. I talked about like college, how I, different things about me that like I don't normally post about, but it was able to get people to, I haven't tried the poppables. Oh, great. New obsession. I have a list to get done before 30 in 2 months and I am sharing it. Yes, I love that. You guys see, getting personal. I went live the other day on my stories about anxiety and fears. That's not something I always talk about, but I actually was like told my network I had a moment that I had a bad moment, right? I was honest and I said, listen, like I had a moment, whatever, but I had a moment after that I was able to like kind of like come back with my anxiety, take on that fear and step through it. And I had a mom message me and was like, do you mind if my daughter watches your stories? She's 18, facing some things right now. And I think this would really resonate with her. Y'all still be real, right? It's not always sunshine and rainbows, but I'm not like when I come on and I tell my story of maybe something I've overcome or a negative thing, it's always followed with positivity. It's always like, hey, you can take back the moment. You can do, because that's who I am. Right. So be real, share who you are, so on and so forth. So this way I don't get too off topic because you guys know that can happen with me. We now have a very good week, right? We have our goals planned for the week. We have all of our Zooms, work with me's and Zooms in there. You guys, I promise you, show up on the work with me's, show up on the Zooms and watch as your business will explode. When I was first learning to get into the rhythm of IPAs and how to do things, I was on every single work with me. Why? Because every time a new leader was showing me and teaching me something that I didn't know, right? I was on a work with me a couple weeks ago. I don't remember. I think it was Meg's. And she had said how Rochelle, her leader who did a work with me, said on Facebook to go do X, Y, and Z. It was like going into your latest story post and going to all of those people and interacting with them, right? So I did that because I was like, oh, that's a new way of interacting for me. I normally don't do that. I did that. One of the people was a potential of mine that hasn't, like, we kind of like, she fell off, she whatever. And it was more like, all right, we're just going to be friends. I know when you're ready. And now we're back to talking about the opportunity. Had I not been on the work with me to get exposed to that different way, things would have been a little different, right? So get on those work with me. So they are huge, you guys. Getting on the trainings. You will walk away from a training with some sort of nugget for your business, right? Some sort of nugget for your business. And I love that because it also always inspires me. Like when I get off the Monday, Wednesday, Thursday Zooms, when I get off of a lot of those Zooms, I can't go to bed. I'm like, my brain is going. That's a lot of times when I become the most creative. So that's another thing. When are you creating content? When's the last time you made new op stories? You made new before and after slides? Are you only using what the team has? because it's time for you to start making your own. Personally, I use Canva. You can, oh my gosh, you can use Canva, you can use Instagram, you can use what is wrong here? You can use Unfold. You can use, I think it's Over. There are so many apps. Find what works for you. Start creating your own slides. Start putting your own voice and your own creativity and your own self to that. Okay. So personally for me, I like to plan 2 content days a week. That is when I batch reels, and that is when I get pictures. So at least, I'm saying at least, because sometimes I'm creating multiple days. When I am in creation mode, I am always in forward mode with my business. So what does that mean for me personally? When I am creating, I am the most in tune with myself, with my business. I'm inspired, going for my goals, whatever. So I try to create often so that I never feel stuck. We're going to just use that word, right? Because I'm always creating. I found that works for me. So 2 days a week, at least for me. So a lot of times it is on like a Monday or a Tuesday and a Thursday or a Friday, depending on how my week looks. So if it's Monday, it's normally Thursday. If it's Tuesday, it's normally Friday. Also hair washing days. So I know my hair is clean. Okay. That's me, but you don't have to. Sometimes I show up with greasy hair and I don't care. It doesn't matter. Be you. So what days are you going to plan for content? You can batch all your reels in one sitting, you guys, if you need to. Sundays, maybe that's your create days. So you are creating all of your content. You know what you're going to talk about. So maybe you're pre-writing. Some people pre-write, some people don't. Okay. Just because someone doesn't mean you can't. And just because you're somebody that likes to write in the moment and not like do this one, doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. Okay. I want to stress that, because I think sometimes you think, oh, well, that leader does this, so that's how it has to be done. No. What is going to work for you? Personally, sometimes I can write in the moment and get a post out right when I need it. And sometimes I can't. Just because I wrote the post 2 days ago and I'm posting it right now doesn't mean that I'm not posting or writing from the moment. Why? Because I wrote that and I still feel that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be posting it. So I have folders in my phone, you guys. I have an iPhone. I'm going to just share this real quick and kind of wrap things up. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I have my phone is really, I'm trying to get very organized, you guys. Get organized. Did a great training on organization if you need it. So I have a folder called Thrive. And in this folder, I have the disclaimer, right? You guys make sure you're putting disclaimer on things. I also have it set up as a word text. So if I just start typing declaim, the disclaimer already pops up for me. And then I just hit enter. So I don't ever have to go back and forth. It's saved as a pretext. That's just a little hint, you guys, it helps. I have IPAs because I have a checklist for IPAs. So every single day I will go and check off everything that I need to do. So I have my own IPAs. And then I also have opportunity posts. I have product posts, they're separated, and I have other. So in my other, a lot of times is notes. Like if Lindsay will like say something and she's like, hey, save this, you guys, then I go and save it into my notes. So that's like, what's the 3-step, right? Like I have that saved so that I'm not always repeating myself, because I can only explain the 3 steps so many ways. What I do, like I asked Lindsay like the other day, I'm like, okay, hey, like, what do you like? I say this, but like, what are you saying? And she told me, and I love the way she said it. So I saved it so that I could go forward. I have Canada promoter pricing packs in others, and I have our promoter for US. And then I have like most common questions. And then like I save things in my notes so that if somebody asks a question, that's like I can kind of roll through there before I like either ask Lindsay like, hey, I don't know this answer. I try to save things for myself. I also have my potential list in there. So my potentials is listed in there as well. And then I have notes from when I'm on trainings. So when I'm on trainings, if I don't have my notebook next to me, I put it right in my phone and it stays all in the Thrive folder. I also have a folder under my photos that's called posts. It's very unoriginal, but like today, I will go through and pick out 14 different photos because I pre-do my photos. So I've batched a lot of content. I will pick out 14 photos. I put my presets on them. I lay them out the way I want them to look. So that's the way they're going to hit my grid. And I have all of my photos ready for the week. Does that kind of make sense? So when I'm going to post, I'm not like, oh my gosh, what photo am I going to use? Now I got to put a preset on it. Nope. I take the time and do that all. So on Sundays, that's when I'm doing a lot of that stuff. And then if I'm in the moment and I take a photo and I'm out with my parents or something, I snap a photo, I put a filter on it and I post it. That's fine. Then that whatever photo I didn't use probably gets shifted to the next week. Another thing, you guys, I want to touch on real quick is focused IPAs. So what does that mean? That is what you are going to focus on after you do your round of IPAs. Okay. So you're going to do your round of IPAs and then the rest of the day, you have a focused IPA. So I'm going to go over what my focus kind of looks like. And then you decide for your business because some people need to really clean their network up. Some people may have a lot more that they're following to their followers. You need to clean up, but you need to do it obviously where you're not just like unfollow using any apps because you could get banned, but you need to maybe make that your focus to start cleaning up your network. So maybe 3-2-1s and cleaning up your network are going to be a great focus IPA for you. Why? You're still building interactions. You're still doing all of that, but you're unfollowing anybody that doesn't need to be there. Another focused IPA is interactions, story interactions. Build those conversations and stories, you guys. Why? You're automatically in their DMs. Story is where people are the most real. They're sharing their day with you. Remember we talked about last week, the Me Too's, posting about the Me Too's. I went to Target, whoopsie, showing your basket. Guess what? You could put a poll, anybody else? Or who got targeted this week? Oh my God, that's a good one, right? If you went to Target and you can say yes, no. Make it about who you are. Maybe you like to cook and you burn something, right? Because your network, that's part of your fives, share it. Or you tried a new recipe. Like who would like the recipe? Yes, no. Everybody that said yes, now you're talking to them. There's a lot of things that I would love to try, but sometimes I'm just like, God, I feel like I'm asking again for another recipe and she already shared 4 with me. I would love if she put a poll. So I could be like, yes, please. Right? So maybe that's what you like to talk about is food. So for me personally, my focus IPAs are growing my network, 3-2-1ing and cleaning up, and interactions. So on Monday, I will grow my network. On Tuesday, I will do 3-2-1s on a lot of those new people. On Wednesday, I like to interact. So I do a bunch of interactions. On Thursday, I'm back to growing my network plus interacting. When I grow my network, I'm also doing interactions and stories too. On Tuesdays, or I'm sorry, on Thursday, I will do 3-2-1s on all my new people. I also like to clean up when I'm doing 3-2-1s. And on Friday, I do a lot of interactions. And on Saturday and Sunday, I do a lot of interactions on the weekends. Reason being is people are really active in their stories. So I like to get to know people a lot. And I will also clean up. I am always cleaning up my network. I am always growing my network, right? If you're doing your full list of IPAs. And talking face to face in your stories, yes, is huge, you guys. Hold on, I'm going through the comments. Yes, if you have a feeling on your heart. Yep, start the caption and then go back. I love that, Hasey. Casey, y'all got me. While planning, it is so much better to be true to who you are. Yep, take it from other people, but be yourself. Absolutely. Yep, if you don't, so true. Casey, you're great with lives. Practice. I love that. Talking face to face on stories with the auto caption, save that and put it as an IGTV with subtitles. That's so interesting. I never thought to do that. So good. Y'all see, we bring so much to the table. I love when you guys share your tips and tricks with me. I learn with you guys as well. So I hope that, I know this planning was like a little bit different. I'm trying to give you guys always different things, but also bring to you guys as much structure as I possibly can. Here is the thing. At the end of the day, how my business flows and your business flows is going to be different, right? I am somebody who doesn't need to time block and schedule things certain ways. I have routines and I have built them and created them. So for me, I don't have to sit down and say from 8 to 10, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. From 11 to this, I'm doing that and whatever. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe you need to time block. Maybe you know you have a 9 to 5 and then the kids have whatever. So you're going to be working your business only from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So you need to time block in that area or before work. So that is going to be when you decide when to work things. And that is something that if you ever need extra help getting a little bit more in depth, message me. I'm here to help you, right? This is more like of a broad thing. Let's plan and organize together and find your flow. Y'all, I was just like looking back, we've almost been doing these planning Zooms for a year. It's been, I think it was February when we started, and my planning and how I do things has definitely changed since then. Why? Because I've grown. I've learned different things. I've established new routines. I've figured out what works and doesn't work for me. So you have to do that, but hold yourself accountable. This is your accountability partner. Every time I check off something that I was meant to do for the day, because I write everything down, personal life and business, I get excited. The only way to build your confidence is to show up for yourself and do the things. Are they always perfect? No. Do they always look pretty for me? No. Are my reels always on point? No. But I showed up. So I built that confidence. Like Hasey was saying with lives, right? Practice. Her first live probably isn't as bomb as this live she's doing now, but she had to show up in the meantime. But as she did it, you grow that confidence. Y'all, if you want to have confidence, you have to have the courage to do the thing, right? I talked about this last week. Confidence just isn't like poof. It's courage to do those things, and confidence will follow. So if you look at some of your top leaders, Lynn's and all of that, and you're like, dang, like, look at how confidently she's doing this or that or whatever. Guess what, y'all? You are coming in on chapter whatever. She had to grow through all of that, right? So remember, give yourself grace and grow. If you don't grow, you will never become the person that you want within your business. And it starts with showing up for yourself. I rate myself daily before bed, 1 to 10. What I did that helped push me, made me uncomfortable, put me closer to my bed. I love that. Ooh, rating. I'm going to rate myself like it's like a star system. I like that. I like that. Hasey with the tips today. I'm loving it. It helps you not disappoint yourself. Absolutely, you guys. I have a journal at the end of the night. that I do. It's a prayer journal for me. And it says on one of the sections is areas where I may have fallen short that I need to ask for forgiveness for, in a biblical standpoint. So there are some days where I'm like, I didn't show up the way that I wanted to or whatever. And I just let it go. I'm like, hey, tomorrow's a new day, but I still showed up, because then the next section is things I'm grateful for today. And so it allows you to see those things. So I love that, reading yourself. So you guys, I hope you all have a great week, right? We are now in the middle of November. Remember, y'all, you have to plant the seeds, you have to water them, and then they can grow. If you are not planting and you are not watering, you cannot grow. That was something that Lindsay said to me, plant and water. So if you are planting on your newsfeed, you better be watering in your stories. If you are planting on your reels, you better be watering with your posts. Do you see how it all works together? You plant and water on all things. They have to tie together, and then you will grow, you guys. And what you do on Instagram, do on Facebook, right? Work smarter, not harder. So now Facebook has rolled out reels, or, their whole reel thing. Guess what? Save your reels, then go put the audio on them, right? Work smarter, not harder. If you're on TikTok too, I think you can do the same thing on there too. So if you guys ever have any questions, I'm Christina Tammy. Thanks for spending about an hour on your Sunday. I appreciate all of you guys. I hope that this helped. I hope you feel ready, planned, organized. Again, sit down with yourself, do whatever extra that you need to do for you, because I go a little quick. Use your fives. Your fives is what is going to drive your product posts, your opportunity posts, and your personal posts. If you don't have your fives and you are not aligned with your fives, you need to really sit down today and you need to really dig deep. Right? Go watch the fives video. Lindsay has a ton of them and they're awesome. Look at yourself and say, hey, if I took these products away right now, what are 5 things I would miss about them? Because I guarantee that's 5 things that you love about those products. If I couldn't do this business tomorrow, what are 5 things that I would miss about this business? Right? So if you are having a hard time maybe coming up with some things, start there. If you don't know 5 things about yourself, what are you fighting for? What's your vision board? What's your dream board? What makes you you? Ask your best friend, ask your spouse, what makes you you, right? And flow with that. Okay. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. I will see you guys all next week to plan again. I'll talk to you later. Bye.